we've got the glass of wine when you come home from work.
Yep.
And so you were saying that when you come home, you feed the cat, get changed,
Yep.
pour yourself a glass of wine, and that's when you switch over from work mode into being at home and relaxing mode and start cooking tea and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's that defining moment, that ritual where you reach into the fridge, get your glass of wine, and you hear the glug, glug, glug,
Yep.
and you've got that nice glass,
Yes.
and you're holding that in your hand, and it's like, now I'm in relaxed mode. That's
Yeah.
the switch over mode.
Yes.
Okay. So even though I've got this pattern,
Even though I've got this pattern,
I've got this ritual,
I've got this ritual,
and when I hear that, the sound of the wine going into my glass,
and when I hear the sound of the wine going into my glass,
and I see my beautiful glass,
and I see my beautiful glass,
and I have a sip,
and I have a sip,
I instantly shift into relaxed mode.
I instantly shift into relaxed mode.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and this pattern I've set up,
and this pattern that I've set up,
and I'm open and willing to look at changing it.
and I'm open and willing to look at changing it.
I wonder how else I can relax.
I wonder how else I can relax.
I do relax,
I do relax,
but if I don't have a wine,
but if I don't have a wine,
suddenly that signal's not there.
suddenly that signal's not there.
That signal that is routine,
That signal that is routine,
that tells me I'm in relaxed mode now.
that tells me I'm in relaxed mode now.
When I come home,
When I come home,
feed the cat,
feed the cat,
get changed,
get changed,
get ready to make dinner,
get ready to make dinner.
I've got to be in relaxed mode.
I've got to be in relaxed mode.
I've got to have my nice glass
I've got to have my nice glass
with my nice glass of wine.
with my nice glass of wine.
Then I know I'm in relaxed
Then
mode.
I know I'm in relaxed
That's
mode.
my switch over
That's
mechanism.
my switch over mechanism.
I wonder what it would be like
I wonder what it would be like
to have a different switch over mechanism.
to have a different switch over mechanism.
I wonder where I learned this one from.
I wonder where I learnt this one from.
That I'm in relaxed mode.
That I'm in relaxed mode.
I'm in a different mode.
I'm in a different mode.
I'm in my home mode
I'm in my home mode
when I have a wine.
when I have a wine.
I wonder where that comes
I
from,
wonder where that comes from.
where I learned it from.
Where I learnt that from.
So has anything come up?
Oh,
When
it's
was the
hard.
first time that you started doing that?
Oh God, probably in my 40s, I'd say. Yeah, probably from my 40s.
And did you ever see your mum doing that when she got home?
Oh, I did live with my parents since I was 12. Because they were overseas, and so it was only on holidays that I saw them. And they did have they definitely had a ritual when my dad came home from work as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Even though
Even though
I remember my dad coming home from work
I remember my dad coming home from work,
and they had a ritual.
and they had a ritual.
They had a ritual of opening wine.
Scotch.
Scotch.
Opening scotch.
Uh-huh. They had a ritual of relaxing
Of relaxing
with alcohol.
with alcohol.
And I learned it from them.
And I learned it from them.
But I don't really like scotch.
But I don't really like scotch.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and how I modified their habit
and how I modified their habit
into having a wine
into having a wine
when I come home from work.
when I come home from work.
Just like Dad did.
Just like Dad did.
When he came home from work,
When he came home from work,
they'd have a scotch.
they'd have a scotch.
And I learned that.
And I learned that.
That's what you do when you come home from work.
That's what you do when you come home from work.
That's how you relax.
That's how you relax.
You have a glass of alcohol.
You have a glass of alcohol,
And then you switch to relax
and
mode.
then you switch to relax mode.
It's the signal that says I'm home now.
That's the signal that says I'm home now.
I can relax.
I can relax.
I can reward myself.
I can reward myself.
I've had a hard day at work.
I've had a hard day at work.
I learned it from Dad,
I learned it from Dad,
Mum and Dad.
Mum and Dad.
When Dad came home from work,
When Dad came home from work,
it was a scotch.
it was a scotch.
I made it a wine.
I made it a wine. Thank God for that.
They taught me well.
They taught me well.
My subconscious learnt it.
My subconscious learned it.
And now I have their pattern.
And now I have their pattern.
Except I switched wine
Except I switched to wine.
and I have this pattern of relaxing,
And I have this pattern of relaxing.
switching over
Switching over
by having a wine.
by having a wine.
I wonder whether I can change it.
I wonder if I can change it.
It might be okay to have a wine,
It might be okay to have a wine.
but do I need to do it every night?
But do I need to do it every night?
wonder if I can switch over some other way.
I wonder if I can switch over some other way.
I could have my nice glass.
I could have my nice glass.
I could get something that has bubbles.
It could have something that has bubbles.
I don't really like sweet stuff.
I don't like sweet stuff.
Maybe I could have soda water and lemon juice.
Maybe I could have soda water and lemon juice.
No. So what's got bubbles that would...
I'm going to do some exploring.
Uh-huh.
I can't think of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all sweet.
Soda water, isn't it?
No, but that's just water.
Mm-hmm. It's water with bubbles.
Water with bubbles.
Water with bubbles.
Need to put something with the bubbles. No, that's got alcohol too. I was thinking about bitters, but that's got alcohol as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a savoury taste.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what I can experiment with.
I wonder, a cucumber actually just popped into my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of cucumber.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what I can experiment with.
I wonder what I can experiment with.
I can still have my nice glass.
I can still have my nice glass.
I might have fun experimenting.
I might have fun experimenting.
I might even have a little bit of wine.
I might even have a little bit of wine.
And put a bit of soda water with it.
And put a bit of soda water with it.
I do like to have my relaxing ritual.
I do like to have my relaxing ritual.
Just like my parents did.
Just like my parents did.
They had scotch.
They had scotch.
I have wine.
I have wine.
Maybe I can experiment.
Maybe I can experiment.
I want to have something that switches me into relaxed mode.
I want to have something that switches me into relaxed mode.
It's not really the wine.
It's not really the wine.
It's the ritual of switching from work mode to relaxed mode.
It's the ritual of switching from work mode to relaxed mode.
And I might be able to experiment with lots of different things.
And I might be able to experiment with lots of different things.
I don't have to have a wine every night.
I don't have to have a wine every night.
I wonder what I can create.
I wonder what I can create.
It's nice to have a switch over mode.
It's nice to have a switch over mode.
And I do want to switch to relax mode.
And I do want to switch to relax mode.
And maybe I can still have my nice glass.
And maybe I can still have my nice glass.
And maybe even bubbles.
And maybe even bubbles.
Doesn't have to be wine.
Doesn't have to be wine.
I want my body to sing
I want my body to sing
when I'm coming home
when I'm coming home
and relaxing.
and relaxing.
It doesn't always have to be wine.
It doesn't always have to be wine.
I'm entitled to wine sometimes.
I'm entitled to wine sometimes.
But it doesn't have to rule me.
It doesn't have to rule me.
It doesn't have to be the ritual.
It doesn't have to be the ritual.
Just like my parents.
Just like my parents.
Thanking my parents for teaching me that.
Thanks, parents, for teaching me that.
But I don't really need that.
But I don't really need it.
It's not really serving me.
It's not really serving me.
And I want to switch over.
And I want to switch over.
In my own way.
In my own way.
With my own ritual.
With my own ritual.
And I can be creative with it.
And I can be creative with it.
I choose to be creative with it.
I choose to be creative with it.
Mm-hmm. So when you think about that now coming home,
yeah,
you're feeding the cat, getting changed, it's like, oh, I wonder how I can switch.
It's
now.
an openness.
Yeah. Yeah, and you might be surprised as to what your subconscious comes up with. Oh,
That's
I
right.
might do this.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
I might have a little bit of cheese and crackers. Or
Yeah.
I might.
It wouldn't be food, it'd be something else. It'd be an action, I think.
Or I might even have my nice glass and some bubbles
That's
with
right.
something else in it. But see how that's where it went? Your subconscious picked it up from your parents.
Yeah.
It's an inherited learning pattern. That's what you do when you come home from work.
Yeah, that's what my dad
You
used to go
have
home, take his suit jacket off, put a jumper on, and then come back and pour a scotch. Yeah. And I didn't see it every day because, as I said, I didn't, they were wild, they went around.
Yeah.
But I saw it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your subconscious learnt that. So it's an inherited ritual pattern. That's what you do when you come home from work.
That's right.
So,
sneaky.
So you can just say, okay, subconscious, let's just create something different.
Yeah. The creativity is the key. Yeah. And rather than consumption. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really to do with the wine. It was just you wanted something to switch you over, but that's what had been created for you in your subconscious.
Yeah. Thank you.